story of evolution, from the hot ball of earth to the water bodies and the magnificent green carpet, is the story of forest also. These tall trees have been standing as if in meditation since the time man was not yet born. Forests have inspired saints and sages to ponder over matters concerning life cycle and salvation. Forests thus became the integral part of Indian civilization. Doon Valley, lying between the Shivalik Hills and the higher Himalayas, is the home to one of the finest forests of this country. No wonder Dehradun became the center for the forest-related activity since 1878 for training rangers and foresters. Under the able leadership of Sir Dietrich Brandes, the father of Indian forestry and the founder of forest administration in India. However, it was in 1906 when Dehradun was to become the Mecca of Indian forestry, when the Imperial Forest Research Institute and College was established here. Government of India's Gazette notification dated 5th June 1906 made an announcement to this effect. The Imperial Forest Research Institute and College had 6 officers. One of them was Professor Puran Singh. A large building with laboratories was erected at Chandbagh, which now houses the famous Doon School. Soon, development of forest resources of India made great strides. Need for a larger estate was felt. A new grand building designed by Sir G.C. Bloomfield began to be constructed during 1923 at a large estate near Dehradun. The civil contractor was Sardar Ranjit Singh. It costed about Rs 90 lakh to construct this Greco-Roman marvel, which till date remains unsurpassed. The building was completed in 1929, its grand rooms panelled by Andaman paddock, Burma teak and rosewood were a feast to the artistic eye and greatly impressed the aesthetic heart and mind of Lord Irwin and his consort Lady Christina Irwin, who came to inaugurate this building on November 7, 1929. Wonderstruck by the elegance, he acclaimed, "The Forest Research Institute is, I believe, the largest and the most complete in the British Empire, if not in the whole world, and its completion is an event in which India may well take pride." The evening of the 7th November 1929 still echoes in this hall. When men and women feasted, enjoyed, and danced on this fine dancing floor of India of those times. Ever since the inauguration, the FRI building has stood tall, grand, and majestic, defying all vagaries of time and weather. After independence of India, it was renamed Forest Research Institute. and the late Sri C.R. Ranganathan became the first Indian president of the Forest Research Institute and College, Dehradun. In its more than 75 years of fruitful existence, many distinguished persons have visited it. VIPs planted saplings in its lawns. The sapling planted by the first president of independent India, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, on 6 December 1956. Srimati Indira Gandhi, the Prime Minister of India, chose to plant a sapling of Rudraksh on 19th December 1981, which is flourishing in FRI's compound.
With the changing role of foresters from that of revenue generators and protectors of forests, today he has become a conservationist. He has to provide opportunities for the employment generations to meet the needs of the local people and to be an active partner in the development, keeping in view the conservation requirements.
Silviculture is the backbone of forest research. A number of silviculture systems have been developed to regenerate the forest naturally and artificially to conserve the existing biodiversity of the forest. It, in collaboration with state forest departments, maintained 155 preservation plots in India and documented ecological studies and forest influences. The emphasis has now shifted to lesser known tree species like ficus species, which play an important role in rural life. And forest fire protection were implemented by devising user-friendly firefighting instruments. Seed testing rules for more than 95 species have been framed. Plant of biofuel are being researched. Botany Division carries out research in wood anatomy, plant physiology, systematic botany. It has state-of-the-art laboratories carrying research work and one of the world's best solarium for tropical wood, which maintains about 75,000 Indian authentic wood samples and 10,248 samples from foreign countries. Its herbarium was enriched with 3.3 lakh of authentically identified specimens. Marvelous botanical gardens, besides 200 original paintings done by foresters themselves, including that of Lady Catherine Brandes and Rai Sahab Thakur Ganga Singh. Macro-propagation techniques of bamboo propagation have been developed and clonal propagation of shisham is standardized and extended. It can take pride in developing protocols of micropropagation of bamboo species. The focus is now on medicinal plants also. Genetics research was started at FRI in 1959-60, and the division later initiated research on biotechnology of forest tree species. Through hybridization, the division was successful in producing 10 folds more volume of wood. Likewise, by genetic improvement, productivity of eucalyptus was achieved. Besides, DNA fingerprinting is being carried out to understand the complex genetic structure of trees. Forest soil and land reclamation. Surveyed and studied around 1 million hectare land to correlate the forest soil characteristics with the existing vegetation on all India bases. Forest ecology and environment. Extensive studies have been carried out regarding mortality in teak, sal, spruce and fir in different agroclimatic regions of the country. Eco-restoration of degraded forests and mined lands in the country developed on the ecosystem approach. Limestone mines and phosphate mines in Mussoorie Hills successfully restored. Presently, The model is being developed for iron ore mines of Bihar and Orissa. For consolidation of the uranium mines, a model is being worked out for Atomic Energy Commission, Government of India. Entomology Division undertakes monitoring and surveillance of major insect and develop environmentally safe and economically viable integrated pest management methods. It established and developed national level insect depository to study insect diversity. It imparts education and provides consultancy. Insects contribute about 80% of all organisms on this planet and plays an important role in the food chain as the largest consumer and decomposer. Butterflies as indicators of status of biodiversity is being studied. FRI is proud to have unique collection of 3 lakh pinned specimens of 28 category, 330 families and 23,000 species, which help in the research work by scholars, forest and quarantine departments. Forest pathology deals with the study of diseases of important forestry species which help in developing forest nurseries, plantations free from diseases. National Type Cultural Collections is a prized possession of Forest Pathology Division, which has nearly 1100 fungal cultures belonging to 250 species. The division has ventured into the field of molecular biology and DNA fingerprinting of the populations of important forest pathogens which lead to integral diseases management. The Chemistry Division of FRI has an impressive record in conducting research focused towards the utilization and promotion of non-wood forests products involving their identification, value addition and chemical examination. It has to its credit 14 patents and more than 600 publications, 22 technologies of which 12 have been successfully commercialized. Katha, used in India, caused felling of its trees. Technology developed to produce Gambier Katha. It has helped conservation of khair tree and also benefiting the industry, helped in its standardization. Jigat, obtained from bark of Maculis macrantha for binding material of agarbatti. Better substitutes developed from agro-based biopolymers which are economical, competitive and better in properties. Natural dyes developed as a substitute of synthetic dyes which cause environmental pollution. The main commercial resource from forests is timber, major utility of which stands for constructional purposes, furniture, agricultural implements, railway sleepers, thus the list goes on. About 400 timber species have been evaluated by the Forest Product Division for their varied uses. The division started research on non-destructive methods of testing. Tests are carried out to assess amenability to various wood working operations. Working quality indices are tested. The utilization of plantation-grown species like eucalyptus for various purposes by radial technique of sawing. The solar kiln is used for drying seasoning of wood and destroys various degrading agents depending on climatic conditions. This bamboo hut was constructed in 1955 with CCA preservatives. In normal cases, bamboo structures last 4 to 5 years only. CCA, copper, chrome, arsenic treated, is the best known preservative till date. Eco-friendly preservatives are being researched upon. Ammonia treatment developed as an effective alternative to bending of wood for furniture, sports goods and other uses. Building of durable boards from bamboo, sawdust, paddy husk and lantana developed as a substitute of wood. In the non-wood forest products, rill method of resin extraction protocols for medicinal plants have been developed and extensions of medicinal plants based agroforestry practices are going on. Extension Division is an interface between the FRI and the stakeholders and end users to strengthen the outcome of research. Courses are conducted, literature developed on the themes of nursery and plantation technologies, restoration of wasteland, rural development technologies. National Forest Library and Information Center. The Central Library of FRI was upgraded as National Forestry Library and Information Center with modern facilities of information technology. The NFLIC is the foremost library of the country and has wealth of information not only on forestry and wildlife subjects but also on related ones like agriculture, biological sciences, chemistry, etc. It has also developed its exhaustive website www.frienvis.nic.in to enable users access to valuable information. The magnificent building of FRI, a priceless heritage, and its museums on the aspects of forestry and how its sciences outreach to the society for their prosperity and eco-friendly life also attracts a stream of visitors. A sure sign of awareness generated by ceaseless efforts for the last 100 years. Forest Research Institute is celebrating 100 years of its inception with innovative approach for the next century. It aims at developing light and sound program at the Green Theatre of its botanical garden. Besides, in the upcoming Extension Center in the city campus, Sir Brandes Walking Trail is being developed to commemorate his memory at the place where Rangers College was established by him in 1878. When completed, it will take the visitors to the journey into the past, fragrances of the present and vision of the ongoing journey. FRI encompasses all the disciplines of the forestry under one roof.
The Forest Research Institute Dehradun has done yeoman service to the nation for the past 100 years. This is the institute which has contributed to most of the forestry knowledge we have today in the Indian subcontinent. However, this is also the time to reflect on what the nation expects from us. We are now working in the frontline areas like biofuels, like biotechnology, the use of tissue culture. This is the age of knowledge. The FRI deemed university is at present running 3 MSc courses, but we have to do much more. The nation expects us to produce forestry professionals, to produce professionals in the field of wildlife conservation and also in the field of environmental sciences. And these are the areas in which FRI will continue to work in the next few decades so that we can deliver the goods to the nation.
Woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go, and miles to go before I sleep.